you and Huang Min have become close friends, Lan.
We have. I really like him because he doesn't rely on other people for help and isn't influenced by other people's opinions.
I see. So he's very independent.
Yes. He's also a very responsible student. He always completes his task on time and never needs to be reminded about assignments and other schoolwork.
Right.
He's also reliable. Last week, our group worked on a project and he was assigned the most difficult part of it. He tried very hard and did it well.
It's good to have a friend you can rely on. He seems very determined.
He is. Last month, we were given a very hard maths problem. While most of us gave up, he spent the whole night on it and solved it in the end.
That's amazing.
Yeah, even our maths teacher was very surprised to read his answer. Another good thing about him is that he's self-reliant. He always tries to find solutions to his problems and seldom needs help from others.
His parents must be really pleased to have such a son.
Of course, he also helps around the house a lot. But he still has time to read, so he's well informed about what's happening around the world. It's interesting to talk to him.
I'll talk to him sometime.
Yes, you should. He's also very confident and decisive. He always believes in himself, and I really admire his ability to make decisions so quickly. He's a very independent person.
That's great. You're lucky to have a close friend like him.
Hi Dan, have you planned your city tour?
Not yet. What would you recommend?
Do you like to see the nightlife?
Not really. I just want to go sightseeing around the city.
How about visiting the central sector of the Imperial Citadel of Thang?
What's so special about it?
It's one of the 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Vietnam.
How exciting! What exactly is it? Tell me more about it.
It's a cultural complex comprising royal palaces and monuments.
Is it still intact or in ruins?
Well, most of the citadel, first built during the Li dynasty in the 11th century and then expanded by subsequent dynasties, was demolished in the early 20th century.
What a pity. Which part of the citadel can we see now?
Well, the only structure to remain intact is the flag tower of Hanoi, built in 1812 during the Nguyen dynasty. We can also see the stone dragons of Can Tien Palace and relics associated with many Vietnamese royal families, discovered during archaeological excavations.
Sounds great. When shall we go there?
Do you prefer a weekday or the weekend?
The weekend suits me better. Shall we go there this Sunday?
Sure. See you on Sunday morning then. I'll pick you up at 7.
Thank you, Nam. I'll wait for you.
You're welcome.
You've been in front of your computer for so long. What are you looking for?
Well, I've been searching for information about further education for several days, and I've learned a lot about it from different websites.
What is further education?
It's basically education below degree level for people above school age. It can be academic or vocational.
Sounds interesting. How are they different?
Academic courses help us develop analytical skills, critical thinking, and knowledge for higher education at a university or college.
Will that lead to a bachelor's degree?
Exactly. That's the undergraduate level. At the postgraduate level, you get a master's degree or a doctoral degree. A doctoral degree, also called a doctorate or PhD, is the highest university degree.
I see. What about vocational courses?
They provide us with practical skills, training, and qualifications to succeed in a particular job.
Okay, so what are your plans for the future?
I've been thinking about studying abroad lately. Besides improving my language skills, I can learn more about other cultures. It can be exciting.
And more expensive.
But we can apply for scholarships.
Well, I may need more time to decide decide on my major, so I won't go straight to university after school.
Good idea. Many students prefer to take a gap year between secondary school and college so they can do voluntary work or internships and travel.
I couldn't agree more. I've travelled to quite a few countries since grade 9. Next year, I plan to go to Thailand to work as a volunteer at a children's home. I hope the practical experience will make my CV look good.
Sounds great. I'd like to join you if I can. I've never been to Thailand before.
Do you visit your grandparents every weekend?
Well, just my mum's parents, but I don't need to visit my other grandparents. You see, I live in a big house with my dad's parents and my uncle's family.
I see. You're part of an extended family then. You certainly have more fun than me. I live in a nuclear family with just my parents and my younger brother.
That's right. I think my parents are luckier than others because they don't have to worry about childcare. My sister and I also learn a lot of skills from my grandmother.
So, are there any problems between the generations in your family?
You mean a generation gap? Well, there are. My grandma has her own beliefs about things like hairstyles, appearance, and table manners. She thinks women must do all the housework, while my parents believe family members should share the chores.
What about your grandpa?
He is the most conservative person in my family. He thinks that I ought to get a job in a state-owned organisation after university. He says I should follow in his footsteps.
Oh really? Do your parents share his viewpoints?
No, they don't. My parents are more open-minded. They just give us advice, but they never try to impose their decisions on us.
You mean there's no generation gap between you and your parents?
Well, sometimes conflicts do happen, but we sit together and discuss. We all think we need to understand each other better.
Lucky you. You must be so happy to have such a great relationship with your parents.
Thank you.